Hey guys! Welcome to Couple. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. From the mightiest flagship to the humblest budget handset, your phone's camera is getting smarter. Google Lens is coming to all smartphones, both Android and iOS devices, and it's going to expand just what you can do with artificial intelligence. Unveiled at last year's Google I/O Developer Conference, Google Lens is a somewhat nebulous service that relies on a camera's ability to see what's around it. And now that the feature is expanding to an increasing number of Android phones, you may have questions about how it works. Here's a closer look at Google Lens and what it could add to your smartphone. What is Google Lens? The Google Lens technology relies upon your smartphone's camera to see what's around you and give you contextual information about your surroundings. Using the camera on your handset, Google Lens can scan a product, animal, text, or something else in your environment and tell you what that object is. The service relies on information sourced from Google and other places to give you accurate information about the subject. Google Lens functions are baked into other apps, including Google Photos and Google Assistant. What phones are getting Google Lens and when? When Google Lens launched in 2017, it was available only on the company's Pixel line of handsets, appearing on the Pixel 2 devices first before arriving on the original Pixels. At the time, Google indicated that the feature would come to other Android-based smartphones but didn't say exactly when. Then, in February, the company announced that Google Lens would roll out to Android flagships via Google Photos. This month, Google announced that Lens would be available for all Android phones, and in the past week, announced iPhone availability, too, with the iOS version of Google Photos. In Google tradition, the feature seems to be rolling out to phones in stages, so it may not be on yours yet. Google added that Lens will also find its way to Google Assistant on devices other than the Pixel and Pixel 2, and will work with a variety of flagship smartphones from Samsung, LG, Sony, and several other vendors. Right now, Pixel phones are the only devices that can use Lens via Google Assistant. The company hasn't said exactly when other handsets will be able to utilize Lens this way. What can you do with Google Lens? The sheer number of things that Google Lens can do might surprise you. Google highlights 5 specific tasks, with more to come in the future. This is an early look at what's possible with Google Lens and the first set of use cases we're tackling, a Google spokesperson told Tom's Guide. Collect contact info, point your Google Lens-equipped camera at a business card, and Google Lens can capture both the phone number and address. It will then add that info to a contact on your phone. That feature also works with email addresses and URLs. Look up books, music, movies, and more. If you scan a book cover, Google Lens will identify the title and give you reviews sourced from the web. Google Lens is equally adept at pulling up information about music albums, movies, and video games just by spotting their covers. Find out about points of interest, looking at a landmark or building. Take a picture of it, and Google Lens will give you information about the structure's construction, architect, and more. And if you're walking through a museum, the Google Lens feature in Google Photos can give you information about the art pieces you see. Use your phone as a scanner. Google Lens does more than just collect phone numbers and email addresses. It also scans barcodes and QR codes on products. Recognize images. Google says it's building out a library of common plants and animals that Google Lens will be able to identify when you point your camera at one of them. How do I know if my device has Google Lens? As of now, Google Lens is only in the opening stages of rolling out to exist.